Over the years, Malta is becoming one of the most attractive destinations for healthcare professionals in Europe, especially for nurses. In Malta, it is safe and affordable, the healthcare system is modern, English is widely spoken, and most importantly, it is the best places for international professionals. So in this video, I'll be walking you through everything that you need to get started to become a nurse or a midwife in Malta. So without wasting much time, let's get right into it. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Grace Ola, and here I share with you tips that helps you move abroad either through work or through study. I share with you tips that help you thrive abroad. So if this is something that you like to hear, make sure you like, share my videos, and do subscribe to be part of this community. And to my returning subscribers, I really do appreciate you for returning and coming again to watch my videos. And so first of all, before we move to the main story, let's talk about why Malta, why you should actually go to Malta. The first thing is that English is widely spoken in Malta. Okay, I think I said that already in my intro that English is widely spoken. So English is used for the day in, day out conversation, especially for healthcare professionals. So it's very much easier for nurses to move to Malta. Okay, the other thing is that the cost of living in Malta is very much affordable as compared to other countries like UK, US, where things are very expensive. Another thing is that there is a low crime rates. In fact, so many researchers have proved that Malta has one of the minimal rates you can think about when you talk about Europe. When you think about Malta, think about safety. The next thing is that there is good transport. So there is a certain card that you need to get in Malta, and then transportation is free for you. You don't need to pay a dime. Okay, yeah. And the next thing is that the tax is very reasonable. Thinking about it, places like UK, US, the tax is very crazy, guys. From my research, Malta's tax is about 15 to 20% as compared to other countries where they tax you like 30%, 40% of your salary. But in Malta, I think it's about 15 to 20%, which is good if you ask me. And then the other thing is that you are able to bring your dependent. So if you have a spouse or you have kids, you can bring them along with you when you apply. Okay, so let's talk about the salary. As a nurse in Malta, when you start fresh, you can earn up to 25,500 to 28,000 per year. Okay, and that's even before other allowances or other tips that you might get. All right, and if you gain experience, or for those who have experiences, you can earn up to 30,000 to 40,000 every year. I guess that's mouth-watering, isn't it? Yeah, so that is it for the salary. Okay, now let's move to the main thing. Okay, I want you to pay very much attention because I'm going to be breaking this down into smaller bits for you to understand. Make sure you don't skip any part. Okay, yeah, so let's go to the key requirements. All right, to work as a nurse or a midwife, the first thing you need to do is you need to register with the Malta Council of Nurses and Midwives. So that is the rule. Okay, and then these are the requirements. You will need to verify your qualification in nursing. The next thing is that you need to complete your MQ qualification recognition, and then you should have 1 year post-qualification experience. So it means that after you have completed from school, you should have worked for at least 1 year. Is that okay? The other thing is that you should have your police certificate, of course, and then you should have your birth certificate as well. The next thing is that you should not be above the ages of 45, and then there should be no gap of you working of about 4 to 5 years. I don't know if what I said makes sense. So assuming you're working and then you just stop working, you shouldn't have left work for about 4 to 5 years. So let me walk you through the first step, which is the verification process. Okay, the verification process. So the first thing you want to type, you go to Google and then you type MQ Malta. Okay, MQ Malta, and then you click on this, and then you scroll down, and then you want to choose where it says Malta Further and Higher Education. All right, Malta Further in Higher Education. So you can see about us, our services, research, resources. Can you see that? So you want to go to where it says our service, and then you go to NQRIC, okay? And then you choose where it says academic qualifications. Academic qualifications. So it will bring you to this page. Can you see that? So you see, it says the Malta Qualification Recognition Information Center is a component body within the MFHEA that recognizes qualifications against the Malta Qualifications Framework. So you see, so this is just for you to read, okay? You can just read this for yourself whenever you have a minute. It's just talking basically about what the recognition processes is all about. So you see, these are the fees for program already listed on. I'll leave this for you. This is not very important. So you see, step by step, watch the video. This is for you, a tutorial on how to go by the recognition process. And then if you want to apply, you just click on apply here. This is what we need. Okay, you click on apply. Can you see that? All right. So when you click on apply, so you see, it says step 1, step 2, step 3. So this is just showing you what you need to do. So you just go and click on apply. And if you want to know the whole process, if you want a tutorial about the whole process, you can watch the video if you want to. And then you click on apply. Okay, so it's going to bring you to a form. So you're just basically going to fill all this form, your title, your name, your surname, your email, all this, the address details. Can you see that? Your mobile number, and that is it. And then you submit the form. So after you fill all this information, so you see it says, so why is statement required? I want to pursue further studies, I want to apply for a promotion. So you click on which one fits you best. Okay, so I want to apply for a promotion, I want to apply for scholarship, statement company, I need a single permit stroke visa stroke citizenship. So I think the last option would be the best that suits for any nurse or any person who wants to apply. And then you click on next, and then they'll further ask you of every information, all your details, and then you submit, and then you pay a certain amount that is due you, okay, amongst the three amount. I mentioned some 3 amounts earlier, so it is one of those amounts that you're going to pay depending on which one fits you best. Okay, after you have submitted, you now go to where you're going to register with the Maltese Nurses and Midwifery Council, and then after that you're going to receive a notice whether you have been qualified or whether you have gone through or not. Does that make sense? So after you have done the recognition process and you've paid your due amount, you get your recognition status, and if you are through, then the next thing you want to do is to go and apply with the Maltese Nursing and Midwifery Council. Is that okay? So the next thing you want to do is to come to your browser again and type register as a nurse. Register as a nurse from overseas in Malta. Okay, then you choose that. So the one you want to choose is, let's see, so you want to go for this, registration for non-EU qualified, the department. So you click on that, and then it's going to bring you to this page. Okay, yeah, it's going to bring you to this page. So you see, registration for non-EU qualified, non-EU trained nurses stroke midwives are to apply for registration under the temporary registration first level nurse category. Since I'll leave this for you to read. Okay, so this is application form and requirements for non-EU trained applicants applying for registration. So this is the application form. We'll come back here. Okay, yeah, so it says important notice. Kindly note that as from 1st January 2025, all non-EU trained applicants must submit a primary source verification certificate from a reputable company with their application for registration. Can you see that? So the verification is the first thing, which is what I took you through earlier before we came here. It says the non-EU nursing bridging courses. It says all applicants who submit their application for registration as a nurse who are required to attend a non-EU nursing bridging course, which is currently being offered by MCAST University. So what it's basically saying is that you are going to go through a bridging course. So a bridging course is basically a way to familiarize yourself with Maltese, how Maltese nurses function, or how the service there is. Okay, so it's more or less like an orientation period, okay, just to familiarize yourself with how nursing is done there. Okay, yeah. So and this one with the bridging course, you need to travel to Malta to do this. I know it's very tricky. I'm gonna scroll back up, and then what we want is the application form. Okay, so we click on that, the application form. Can you see that? So it's going to bring us to this. So you see the guidelines for non-EU citizens to register with the Council for Nurses and Midwives of Malta. So this is the guideline. So you see the first one, it says applicants shall successfully complete at least a 3-year study period comprising at least 4,600 hours. So this is the number of hours you should have completed in your school before you can be eligible, which I think most of us is eligible for that. Now let's move here. The documents to be submitted shall include the online application for registration, and then you need your transcripts as well, transcript of nursing endorsed by Education Authority. You will need your police certificate, which I mentioned earlier. You need your reference documents. Of course, you need to get references from anyone from your home country. You need your diploma or degree certificate, and then you need Europass CV. Remember I mentioned that. And then you need your IELTS as well, or your OET. I mentioned that already. So now let's talk about the section 2, which says methods of payment. So you can see it says applications are only valid for 3 months as shown on the date of the receipt or bank statement, and only applications with a full set of documents required will be accepted by the council. If 3 months from the date have elapsed, applicants must affect payment fee and submit a new application. So it means that you make sure that when you are applying, everything, your documents should be ready, everything that you need should be ready, because if your documents are not up to date, there are some things that are missing, 3 months is over or has passed, you haven't still submitted your application, it means that you would need to apply for a new one. And the registration fee is 192 euros, which I think is very much affordable, okay, as compared to other places. All right, so that is it. I'll leave the section 3 for you to read. So these are the list of documents, just like I showed you earlier. So now we want to scroll back up, okay, and go to where it says application for nurses and midwives. Okay, applicants for nurses and midwives, because that is what we are interested in. All right, so it says online application for registration. So we want to click on this. So you see it's going to bring you to this page, and you want to click on apply to register. When you click on apply to register, you're going to click on where it says custom authentication. Okay, custom authentication. Then you fill in all this information, you sign up, and then you follow the prompt and you make your application. Is that okay? So you see, so as non-EU citizens, what you want to do is to sign up, and then you'll be issued special sign-in logins, and then you can make your applications. One thing I want you to bear in mind is that you need a bridging course, and you need to travel to Malta, one of the universities, to be able to pursue this course. Okay, and it will actually cost you some amount. Averagely, you should spend up to 5,500 euros. That's on average. Okay, that's just an estimation for this bridging course. Okay, trust me, this is one of the easiest ways, aside the cost involved, one of the easiest ways to move to Malta as a health professional. The process is pretty straightforward if you ask me, and it is one of the easiest across Europe, but the exact process must be followed to avoid costly mistakes and what have you. And mind you, the salary is very competitive comparing it to the cost of living in Malta. Lastly, I would say this is a stepping stone to a career change, especially if Europe is your target. Malta might not be one of your favorite countries, but you can get access to Malta first, and then you can always make a transition to other neighboring countries or to any other country in Europe. All right, so now I made a video about ways you can move abroad and later transition to any dream country of your choice, and I also, in that same video, I explained how you can fund yourself, how you can step up financially to fund your moving abroad. So feel free to check the video, okay, after watching this one. This will open your mind to things that probably you might not know about. Okay, mind you, this opportunity is not just for nurses and midwives, it is for so many health professionals, especially if your profession needs registration with any of the councils or any of the board in Malta. Okay, yeah, so before I sign out, leave in the comment section which role you are, whether you're a nurse or a midwife or any other healthcare professional. I usually reply, even with more tips that will help you with your applications, more tips that will broaden your horizon, that will help you with the process. If this video was very helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like it, and share it with anyone, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell so that you'll be the first person to get my videos anytime I post them. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I will see you in my very next one. So if you want to move abroad and manage your problem, just like I said, feel free to watch this video next.